Which
It's
which
ruining the show.
surprises me that they quit house shows. I mean, it's
Hmm.
still I figure like they would make money on house shows.
Yep.
Surprised they
Well,
don't do
yeah, why don't they? Let's talk about that for a little bit. Um, why don't they do house shows anymore? I mean, I loved the house shows because you didn't stop for commercials. You didn't stop for
that.
anything. You'd go,
No,
match,
and
match, match,
that's where they
match.
would try out new angles. They would try out
Hmm.
new stuff. You would see stuff for the first time because they're trying to see what kind of audience reaction they would get. And
Right.
then, then 3 weeks later you'd see it start on Raw or something. And you thought, okay, well that's cool.
Right.
That's where they, like you said, your newer guys to see if they get any kind of reaction. I remember going to a house show here when Bray Wyatt was starting to carry the lantern. I had there with two of my kids. We went there and it's like, whoa, okay, this is cool.
Hmm.
And then like 2 weeks later, he comes out with it.
Hmm.
I think it was the lantern, or it may have just been him. It was a Bray Wyatt though that wasn't there before. Kofi Kingston. I saw him at a house show years and years ago before he was even as a opening thing at a house show here.
Yeah, well, I mean, WWE used to do that here. I went to the fairgrounds and saw a couple of them because it's a smaller arena,
Right.
and it was, you have like six or seven matches, a couple hours, 2.5 hours, and it was fun.
Mhm.
It was fun because it was the old style. They'd turn off all the house lights. It'd be just the ring with lit up like it used to be in the old days, It wasn't about
days. Yeah.
all the advertising. It was just watch the match, And
Mhm.
a lot of the guys wrestled more than one match because they only had so many people that would show up for the house show. But it was still fun. It was entertaining. It was a good time. And why they go ahead?
It was always cheaper tickets too than
Right.
the live shows, which was nice.
Which I think we just answered our own question.
That's why we don't have house shows.
That's why we don't do
anymore.
them. Don't make enough money.
Well, and the guys probably say, screw that.
Yeah.
Why should I? You're paying me $1 million a year just to, work, 52 dates a year. Why would I add 2 or 3 more dates if you're not going to pay me any more money? Because they're not going to say, hey, let's do a couple of house shows. We'll pay you a little extra cash. Well, no, they're going to give you any more money. They're all about putting that money in their pocket. So it's something that would improve the product.
Yeah.
But they don't care at this point about improving the product.
No, it helps some of the wrestlers too get some more reps in, like Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
Right. They would use that.
Your mid-carders should go out and win.
Yeah.
And kind of build their rep a little bit, build up who they are. Let the fans start getting behind some people and start enjoying. I don't know. It's just they don't care. They just want more people. We want more names on the ring mat that they can, charge to help pay the exorbitant salaries that they're cutting and firing people
and all the deals and the ESPN deal and all these. Yeah. I don't know.
Exactly, because now here in the States you have to have ESPN, you have to have Peacock, you have to have Netflix to watch all the shows. And you have to have a cable provider.
You got to have cable, some type of cable provider for USA Network.
So you've got four different monthly payments you have to have just to see all their programming.
And that's just them.
Yeah, that's
if you're a wrestling fan and want to watch AEW, say,
right,
well, then you're out more money. You're out HBO Max. You're out, of course, they're a lot more affordable as far as, they've shown a couple of their, what would be quote pay-per-views on national TV.
Yeah. Well,
on a Wednesday night.
And this is no secret. I'm not an AEW fan. I never have been. I've told you guys about it and y'all ribbed me about it. And it's getting to the point to where if I want to watch some decent storytelling or decent wrestling, I'm gonna have to watch AEW.
Yeah,
I mean, this would be a good time for them to make a run. I mean,
very much so.
They get their shit together because
I've been watching bits and pieces. I'm gonna start following a little more close because I followed it real heavy there for a while, and then it just got to be too much.
Well, I'm kind of
every other week. The same people would flip back and forth heel. It just was too much.
They don't have any writers that.
No, Tony Khan's the writer.
Yeah,
he's their guy.
He's the their booking is weak.
Mm-hmm.
Their storylines have been. They're letting too many. They were letting too many wrestlers try to be the story designers, and it's some of them just don't have it. You know,
Yeah.
some guys can create that shit in the ring.
Yeah, and I think they've gotten better. But yeah, I'm gonna legitimately I'm gonna start watching more and more of it.
Well,
So,
I'm gonna have to start getting involved in it because what's going on here in our old favorite WWE is just not. It's not doing it. It's not carrying it for me
no.
much. I can't. I'm just having a hard time.
It's been pretty disappointing lately.
Very.
It is. So
we'll see.
But every day there's another rumor, another firing or something else.
Yeah,
every day
exactly.
something else. It's like
Exactly.
But
maybe Road Dogg was onto something.
But the one thing about AEW is this. Every time. Okay, I won't say every time. Most times, a name gets cut or released or leaves WWE, AEW swoops them right up. He brings them over, and they put a belt on them unbelievably quick. That's going to have to stop.
I don't think they've done that lately. So, but
did Ricochet have a belt within 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, but they got it back off of him.
Yeah, well, I'm saying they get over there and they all of a sudden they're in a main event. They don't bring them in and let them work. They usually bring them in, throw them in a main event, and that was one of the things I didn't like about it.
Yeah,
they didn't let them earn their way in and earn their way up.
Yeah,
they just came in and main event go. Brody Lee was a perfect example of that. I always liked him over in the WWE. I thought he was a talented guy, but I don't know. There's just a lot of small things about the AEW setup, the way it was going, that I didn't like. It reminded me too much of Bischoff and the NWO after they got so strong, where every show was about them and not so much about storylines. It was just about 4 or 5 guys that just dominated and did anything they wanted.
And they did that. Yeah, they did that early on. I know it has gotten better. But yeah, you need to check it out a little bit more.
I think I will. I think I'll start getting into it, and we can start talking about that a little bit, so we can see if it's because like Mike said, and if they're going to strike, now's the time.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're gearing. I'm sure they've been gearing up for it. They're not. I mean, it's not a mystery what's going on. So I'm sure they're
not at all.
They're sitting over there salivating. I'm sure. What can we do next? Who are they releasing next? Who can we go get now? So,
well, we'll see. It's definitely something we'll have to keep our eye on, because I mean, what WWE is trying to do is trying to, I don't know, I guess they're trying to reset themselves in a way to start over. I don't know, because it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what's going on. There's something there that I can't put my finger on.
Yeah,
we all know it's about money. We all know that they flat came out a couple weeks ago and said, we're going to try to get more celebrities involved because that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do.
Yeah, sure they are. Where the money's at. For them.
For
that's
them.
all they give a shit about.
But my question is, how long will the fans take it? Real fans. How long will they take it?
Yeah.
Hopefully not long.
Before they stop. I mean, if you've got SummerSlam, which is your number 2 event of the year, supposedly, and you can't sell half of the stadium that you've booked, we got a problem.
Well, it sucks now too, because everything is PLE instead of pay-per-views.
Yes.
I think back in the day it would have hurt a lot more for the pay-per-view numbers to go shit.
Right. Sure.
Yes.
But I don't think they see it as bad now.
No, because they're getting the money from ESPN.
Yeah.
They're getting their billions, whether people watch it or not. ESPN is the one that suffers.
Yeah.
Not the WWE. They don't suffer. They get their money no matter who watches it. Now, whenever
They write off
contract,
the negative comments as the, just a few.
right? And
The-
what's interesting to me on these PLEs is, you know, how many times watching WrestleMania on the 2 nights did we see a commercial break without a commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which tells me they don't have enough advertisers to fill in the entire time.
Something.
So if you don't have, my problem with that is if you don't have an advertiser to pay for that particular time slot, well then put a wrestling match on.
Right. Why are we in a break?
Why are we breaking? Yeah.
You know, why are we you show I don't know, they said like an hour and a half of wrestling in a 4-hour wrestling program. It's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna whine about this forever, aren't we? But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, all right, fellas. It was a good night. Keep an eye on the news, and anything pops in, get on. We'll get back on here. We'll start
Get on
yelling and
here.
screaming about it, and update our rumors, and stay on top of everything. And I'll try to see if I can't watch a little more AEW and try to get
Yep.
involved.
I've been watching it. I'm just going to try to get a little deeper into it. See what we got going on over there.
All right. Well, let's keep in touch with each other. If something comes in, we'll jump on here and get something out there as quick as we can.
All on it.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Later.
Rude.
Oh, my goodness. Later, guys.
See ya.